All right, so we left off right here with the, oops, there it was. I was looking for that. Factoring by grouping. Notice sometimes you're not done. Oopsie, hey, come back. You're not done right away. Sometimes you have to keep going. Like this x squared minus 4 is a difference of squares, so you got to factor it with the easy peasy factoring. All right, that's done. I'm not going to do this one because it's the same idea, factor by grouping. Let's get to the hard ones, which are the trinomials, which you wouldn't think those are the hardest, but they are. Now remember what you're trying to accomplish in these. You want here, A times C, right, to multiply, and then you want, oopsie, and then you want to add to B. Okay, so let's look at this one. A times C. A is 1 because there's nothing in front of the x squared. C is 20. So I need to know, okay, what multiplies to 20 but will add up to 9? Okay, multiplies to 20, multiplies to 20. There's 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Oh, there it is, 4 and 5, right? Those two add up to 20, or excuse me, add up to 9, but multiply to 20. So you go x plus 4, x plus 5. Done. All right, let's do it again over here. I need to multiply to negative 54. Let's see, there's 1 and negative 54, 2 and negative 27, 3 and negative 18, 4 and negative, oh, Lord. Nope, 4 doesn't go into it. 5, 6, 6 and negative 9. Oh, there it is. Right, those two. Okay, they add up to negative 3. So you can say, okay, p plus 6, p minus 9. Okay, so all the ones that have a and equals 1. So notice in front of the x squared, it's 1. Notice in front of the x squared, it's 1. All of those, you just want it to multiply to a times c, but add up to b. In other words, multiply to c, add up to b, because a will always be 1. Okay, here's another one. Look, I know it doesn't seem like it, but the a is really right here because it's in front of the x squared term. And your first job on this one would be to rewrite it, because nobody likes that. So rewrite it and put it in descending order. The x squared comes first, then the x, then the number. Okay? You need them to multiply to 32, but add to negative 12. Right? Okay, so what would do that? Multiply, oopsie, to negative or to 32, but add to negative 12. Well, to make it multiply to a positive like that and add up to a negative, they're both going to have to be negative. So you could do negative 1, negative 32. Well, that adds to negative 33. Negative 2, negative 16. No, that doesn't right. Negative 4, negative 8. There it is. That's the one. Okay, so I'm going to write equals parentheses, parentheses, x minus 8 in the back, and x minus 4 in the front. Done. Okay, what about this one? Okay, well, again, I've got to multiply to negative 35, but I've got to add to 2. Okay, so hopefully you can see it's 5 and negative 7, right? Because 5 and 7 is 35. So I could be m minus 7, m plus 5. Just to add to your difficulties, suppose it had been, I don't know, 4 plus 8. Oops, sorry. 8. And then 4 times that is 120, 140. Okay, then you would have had to take a 4 out first. M squared plus 2m minus 35. Right? Same problem as before, but just with a 4 out in front. Right? So if it had been like this, then you would have had to take the 4 out because 4 goes into all those numbers. 4 is that right here. And then you'd have to put a 4 in front right there. Right? And then this would be your answer right here. Boom. Like that. Okay. So there's how to do the easier ones. The ones where a is equal to 1. Right here. If a is equal to 1, find two integers whose product is c and whose sum is b. That's what we just did. Okay, you might have to do a GCF. All right, I'll get to the hardest kind in the next video.